Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of this channel, and I'll be taking you on a journey through narcissism, understanding the narcissist, and understanding the narcissist-related disorders. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 97, and this is actually a part 2 of a previous episode that I did, episode 88, which was entitled The Narcissist Program Brain Protocol. So this is actually part 2 of that episode, and I'll be presenting a link in this actual video to the previous episode concerning this. So what I just want to say here is the reason I'm doing a part 2 to this particular title is that I've done some analyzing and some studying here since I've actually done that episode, and also I've consulted with some N.A.R.C.N members on my network, and some other points have come up related to that program brain protocol episode that I did a couple of weeks ago. And we're just going to talk about these other particular things because some N.A.R.C.N members brought up some points to me here that I just want to make in this particular video that actually pertain to that previous video that I made. So back in episode 88, we were talking about the factor that narcissists, because of the way their brain is programmed and the way that it's been formed over time when they were younger, their brains kind of function in a kind of strange way where they have protocols that have been programmed into their brains. A lot of these protocols are of a very self-protective type nature, where their brains are now kind of in a mode where everything revolves around them protecting themselves and making sure that they that the narcissist isn't threatened in any particular way by anybody that they're dealing with, whether it be appliances, victims, lovers, friends, whatever that is. Excuse me. They actually, the way their brains work now is that they're always on high alert, and this has, of course, come from what's gone on with their brains when they were younger in their formative years, the abuse or misuse or neglect or whatever that has affected them. Of course, I have other videos on these particular topics on the N.A.R.C.N network. You can choose to look some of those points up in those videos, but these are the things that actually affect the narcissist program brain currently, in their adulthood, and this is why they are the way that they are. But that being said, when we talk about the narcissist program brain protocol, we do have to remember that depending on the narcissist and whoever it is you're dealing with, whichever narcissist it is you're dealing with, they all do behave very much the same, because the way that narcissist brains are programmed, it's all very similar, their behavior. But again, it does depend on the person that you get. It depends on the narcissist that you're dealing with, because they are all individuals and they all do behave in individual type ways. And because of this, everything isn't an exact mirror between narcissist to narcissist. Some of their behaviors are actually different depending on which type of narcissist you're dealing with, and depending on what level they are, and depending on a bunch of other factors. But one thing I have noticed here through talking to a lot of my N.A.R.C.N members here about their narcissists and about the abuse that they've dealt with their narcissists is that no matter how alike all narcissists are as far as their brain programming goes, they are actually also quite individual from narcissist to narcissist. And in some of the ways they're individual is that depending on their level of narcissistic disorder, a narcissist can either be very, very self-protective of how they are with themselves and how they might be with you, the victim, or if they're lesser narcissists, they may not be quite as intense with the way that they behave with you or with their self-protective regimes. And it largely depends, again, on the person that you're dealing with, the level of the narcissist that you're dealing with, and, of course, many other factors related to them. But one thing I have noticed through talking to a lot of N.A.R.C.N members about their abuse and about their narcissistic abusers is that sometimes when you're dealing with a narcissist, some of the general rules we use for them in the way that we talk about the narcissist, hiding their way through life and lying their way through a lot of things and doing these particular things, not every narcissist does that exactly the same way. Some narcissists are more subtle about their lies. Some narcissists are more subtle about hiding in the shadows and things of this nature. And some narcissists are actually more bold about this. And again, it depends on the narcissist that you're particularly dealing with and how they are. But one thing's for sure, and this is a universal point that I'm actually raising to some people that actually raised these questions to me recently on the N.A.R.C.N network, is that when you're dealing with a narcissist, if they are lying to you, they are lying to you pretty much because this is their nature to do this. This is the way that they protect themselves. This is the way that they keep you off of the track of who they are, you know. This is the way that they keep you from discovering who they might be, is to create an illusion and a delusional situation kind of like for themselves, and also the illusional situation for you, the victim. This is how they do that. So they use lies to perpetrate this. They use a lot of just cognitive behavior with you in order to get past those things. By cognitive, I mean that the behavior is of just an automatic nature as to what they deal with you. And it's less really, because a lot of people think that narcissists really pre-think about what they do. Many higher level narcissists do this. They do plan and scheme about what they do, but lots of the time, narcissists also are just acting on instinct. They will just lie in a situation because they need to lie at that moment just to get you off their back, or they need to lie to keep you away from discovering something that's going on with them, or they deceive you in some particular way with what's going on with them, with something in your life, just because that's just their protective nature to actually keep themselves safe from you, and it's not actually pre-thought out by them at all in that particular instance. They're just acting on instinct at that particular time. And narcissists do this quite oftenly, especially mid-level and lower-level narcissists do this more readily, where they act more on instinct. This is why often when you consult a narcissist after they tell you something, or if you've had an argument with them or something, and you may say to them, "Hey, well, you know, you told me this," or whatever, or said this to me, they don't remember. They don't remember what they said because they were just acting on instinct at that time, and they just told you whatever they needed to tell you in order to just keep things smooth and operational between you and them, and then they forgot about what they said. Of course, there are other reasons also why the narcissist can do this as well too, because if you have a narcissist who is also suffering from certain forms of bipolar disorder or borderline disorder, or if they are suffering from dissociative disorder, of course, those narcissists are doing that because they are actually presenting with other ulterior personalities. And those personalities, when you're dealing with that personality, they don't remember what they said to you or how they dealt with you. A great example of this is there's a very well-known dissociative disorder patient on the internet. I can't remember her name right now, but I may post a link to her, maybe in this video or something like this. But this woman was seeing several men at the same time. And she had an instance where she was out shopping in a little market one day, and she was out with a man that she was currently with, who she was involved with, and she met another man who she was also currently involved with, but because this woman suffers from DID, which is known as dissociative identity disorder, when she's with that one man, she's with him in that character or that personality that she's in. When she's with another man, she's in that personality. And these personalities don't remember what each other do when they're apart from those instances. And when she met this man in the market, this man started an argument with her and said, "What the hell are you doing with this man? You and me are involved in a relationship." And she said to this gentleman, I don't know what you're talking about. And she said that to him because she has dissociative disorder, and that personality that was currently with that gentleman she was spending the afternoon with does not remember her other personality, who she is involved with another relationship with, in this man that she met at the market. So it's very, very complex as to why narcissists may lie in situations, or why they may present things. In this instance, if a narcissist has bipolar disorder or any type of schizophrenic disorder or any type of dissociative identity disorder, whatever those might be, they may be lying and presenting things to you because they simply just don't remember. And this is, of course, part of what goes on with narcissistic disorder as well too, and with the narcissists themselves. So when we say that the narcissists all have a particular programmed brain protocol, they do. All of their protocols for self-protection are very similar and the same. But from narcissist to narcissist, this changes a little bit, and we see different behaviors out of each one for different reasons. And of course, one thing we can add in here too is that there are a bunch of different disorders that the narcissist can also suffer from that may affect us as well too. One thing I've been studying recently, which has a relation to my narcissist that I had dealt with in the past, is ischemic disorder. This is something I did not study very intently, but I have started studying this now. And ischemic disorder is a disorder that can overlap very much with narcissistic disorder. In fact, some of the things that happen in schema's disorder, or that's in the schema's situation, is that those behaviors that ischemic people have can sometimes mimic things that narcissistic personality disorder people do as well too, as well as bipolar disorder can sometimes overlay in these things. So all of these disorders can overlap in some ways with each other, and they can give either combination disorders, that they can give the illusion that a person has perhaps narcissistic personality disorder, but it may indeed be another disorder that has a lot of the similar functional things in it within the confines of the points that make a person act that way. So there are lots of different things that can go on within narcissistic personality disorder, and within all these disorders that can overlay and cause confusion as to what's really going on with a narcissist or with their programmed brain protocol. But one of the points I wanted to make here in this video is just that in previous episode 88 we talked about this programming of the narcissist's brain and it being a certain way and them acting a certain way. They do this, but there are also a lot of variations within what the narcissist does and the way that they behave, and what I may do is I may do a part 3 here related to the narcissist programmed brain protocol, and we may go a little bit more into the detail of this, of what these particular things specifically are. So you guys might want to keep an eye out. I may be doing another part 3 of this video shortly here. But for now, I'm just going to say this was episode 97, part 2 of episode 88. And I'm going to say I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you very soon. I've got a lot of new content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you really soon.